This is Kevin with Uncommon Inc. Your website is up, running, and ready for you to take over the world with. This video is meant to kind of go over how your website's working, how to make any edits or anything like that. And I just wanted to get in here and show you how this works. So let's dive right on into it. So in the email that granted you access to this video, there's some login information. That login information will grant you access to the back end of your website. And I am going to log into the back end of your website with that information for two things. One, so that you can see exactly what you should see. And then two, just to verify that the information we provided you is correct. As you can see, we are logged into the back end of your website, which lets us know everything is correct. And I will now go over what all of this is, what all the back end of this is on the back end of your site. So with that being said, let's dive right on into it. So we've got sitemaps, and sitemaps is basically a book of all the pages that are on your site. So you have 9 pages in total on your website. And well, it says 9, but I believe at the recording of this video, we actually need to probably remove like 2 of them out, which would be this page here, because it's technically not a page we need anyone to see. But we do have your privacy policy and terms and conditions. But for the most part, we submit this to Google so that Google knows, hey, every last page that you see in this sitemap needs to be indexed, meaning that if people were to search for you, these would be all of the pages that we would want them to find. And we've already done that. There's nothing that you necessarily need to do here with this. This is more or less for me to reference, or a guy like me to reference. But overall, that's what this is. Up here at the top, this is your Google Analytics. Pretty much not accurate. I don't think no one spent 7.5 minutes on your site. Most of what I believe is, while I was working on the site, it was tracking how long I was working on the site. So based off of the 25 users and 85 sessions, if you add in the extent of time that I was on the website, it kind of averages out to that 7.5 minutes. I would say give it about 30 days, and then these numbers should be a little bit more accurate at that time. With that being said, over here to the left, it says, welcome to your new website. The video that you're watching right now will be on the back end of your site. The reason why you can't see it in this video is because it's obvious we're recording it right now. But by the time you log into the back end of this, you will see this exact video also embedded on the back end of your site, meaning that you can view it from your from the link in the email. You can always be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, or like the video on YouTube, and that will save it in your liked video section on your YouTube account. Or you'd always be on the back end of your website. From there, we're going to now get into basically the nitty gritty, which is pretty easy. I mean, in all honesty, none of this is going to be hard. Once we go over the home page, pretty much we've gone over how everything else works on all the other pages, but we will do our due diligence on showing you how all of the pages are working. So let's go ahead and dive right on into it. So when you want to edit your website, the easiest way to do it is to get to the front end of your site. So basically you want to see your home page or any of your actual pages on your site. The way that you do that while on the dashboard is hovering over your business name and clicking on Visit Site. After clicking on that, that brings you here. If you notice, now because you're logged in, you have what's called your admin bar at the top. For the most part, the only link that you're really worried about is this Beaver Builder with the green dot. The Beaver Builder with the green dot basically says, hey, Beaver Builder is used on this page. That means that you're able to, activate Beaver Builder so that you can get into edit mode. And I'll show you what that looks like. You just click on Beaver Builder, and now you're able to hover over elements on the site, right? And except for this bottom area is considered your footer. I'll show you how to edit the footer, but anything above the footer, you're able to, anything that has a blue border around it, which is everything above this section, and can't necessarily see the navigation here, but anything below the navigation, you can edit whenever in Beaver Builder mode, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and dive right onto it. So this back row basically has images sliding through it. The way that you want to edit that is one. Let me actually see if I can. There we go. Get rid of that pop up, because that's actually just that's code from MailChimp that actually got that pop to show up. But down here at the bottom, you can click on this wrench icon, right? And that's for this whole row. That then triggers a pop up. We can kind of drag out a little bit. If you scroll down just a little bit, it says background, type, slideshow, and then there's 9 photos in the background. If we click on edit gallery, you can see all of the photos that are in that gallery. If you want to move these photos around to show in a different or particular order, literally all you have to do is exactly what I'm doing right now, which is just move the photos around. Then you can click on update gallery. If you want to add more photos, you can click add photos. You can click on select files, and then you can search your computer for whatever file you're looking for to upload, whatever image you're looking to upload. Along with that, you can also drag files into the browser, and from there it will upload those files as well to your website. And then once you finish it, this button here will be active. It'll add it to the slideshow, and then now you'll have more images in that slideshow, and you'll just simply click on save. That's how that specific background works. From there, any text, most of the text operates the same exact way. This is probably one of the more easier things to do. So if you click on the text, if you want to edit it, click it. That's the biggest thing that I can tell you there. You get this pop-up. Once again, you can move this pop-up around. Lending at its best, that's basically this text right here. If I was to delete this text out of this pop-up, it deletes in the browser. If I paste it back, it's back in the browser. One minor pro tip that I really don't use personally, I like editing everything in the pop-up box. But if you double click in the browser, you can also edit the text here. You can also add text and do everything that you need to do actually in the browser as well. So just do keep that in mind. Once you finish making any edits with the text, just simply click on save, and that's basically it, right? Now this text module, well, it's actually an info box module, is the same as this one, this one, this one, and this one. So basically, I'm going to go over this module, but it's the same for all of them, all the ones that have a heading text, paragraph text, and a button. So I'm going to go and click on it. And if you notice, it says UABB info box. So the idea here is just that our offerings, that's what you see here, our offerings, that paragraph text is what you see right here. And then that button that says let's get started. If you notice in the pop-up box, there's a sub navigation that says general, image icon, style, link, typography. If you see these 3 dots and click it, you'll notice that there's additional sub navigations. That just basically means, oh, it looks like that is, okay, there you go. The box just wasn't drug out far enough, because you can see now advanced is there. But nevertheless, the way that you get access to the button is you'll click on link. That link is set to a button. And then basically the text in the button, let's get started. That's this text here. This is the link that we wanted it to go to. And as far as this specific button's concerned, it's going to Cognito Forms. And then if you notice, there's this little arrow pointing to the right. We scroll down just a little bit. It says icon. And then the icon that we selected was the arrow to the right. We said we wanted to show up after the text. And that's how that little arrow is right there. And that's basically the build of this. So if you want to edit any of this information, once again, you can edit it in the browser, even the text in the button, not the link. You have to manually update the link in the pop-up. But you can also edit it under the generals tab where it says our offerings along with the paragraph text here. Once you finish making any edits, if any, click on save, and you're basically good to go. Once again, this is the same for this module and all other modules that you click on throughout the site, right? From there, we have, this is just an image. So literally just an image. So it's just a transparent image in the background with 2 overlaying images. but it's one solid image. So if you end up wanting to replace this image, the way that you would do that is you would click on remove, and then after clicking on remove, you'll then click on select photo, select files, search for whatever file you're looking for. It will upload it to your website. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and click on image, click on choose. And as you can see, it uploaded this image. And then we click on select photo, and voila, magic, the photo's there, right? You'll click on save, and then the photo will be updated. In this particular case, I am going to go back to the photo that actually needs to be there. And as you can see, that photo is back right there. Click on save, and that's how that works. So in all honesty, we've gone over basically what these two modules do. These two are the same as the one above. These two are the same as above this. And then we're basically now down here at the bottom. So this module is also the same, right? All of that's the same. But we do have this image in the background. It's the same exact, you get to it the same exact way as if it was a slideshow, except it's just not a slideshow. It's just one image. So you'll you'll hover over here, and you want to make sure that the blue border is around this area. And you can click on this wrench icon. From there, if you scroll down just a little, instead of it saying slideshow, right, it's set the photo, and this is the image that's in the background. From there, if we scroll down a little bit more, this is the gradient that's overlaying the image. So basically that blue color that's over your images, this is how that's set up. And that's just how that works. From there, if we click on this text here, for the most part, title prefix. So this is still a UABB info box, which is basically the same as this over here to the left. The only difference is that we're using the title prefix area. So that's that text right above the big text, the phone number, which the phone number is in the next row. And then the little itty bitty text right there is what you see right here. And then you have an image, icon at the top. So if we click on image icon in the sub navigation, this is where you can see we found that phone icon. So let's say we wanted to replace that with a cell phone, right? I'm going to type in phone in this upper right hand corner. And as you can see, these are all the phone icons, or everything that at least that's referencing phone. I'm going to go ahead and select this icon. And as you can see, it is now turned into a cell phone. I'm just going to click on replace and go back to the phone. Click on save. And that's how we got it back to the cell phone, right? So real easy, real simple stuff for that. From there, this here is once again the UABB info box. All of this is in that area. So we've got get in touch with us, which is the title prefix. The big bold text is the title area. And we didn't mention, but let me go and mention it now. If you notice, there's a little thin line here. There's also a thin little separator line here. The way that you see that is if you scroll down just enough under the general tab, it has separator. Yes, solid. This is the color. The thickness is 1. The width is 20. That's all that is. Click on save. And then the last thing on this page that we're going to go over is this, your Cognito forms. So when you click on it, for the most part, we just embedded the form from Cognito Forms, and yeah, this is it. This is just that embed code. So there's nothing that you really need to do here. If you update anything in Cognito Forms for the contact page, which all your login information, including Cognito Forms, should be attached by a PDF in your in the email that granted you access to this video. If you update anything in Cognito Forms, it will most definitely automatically update on your website. Whenever you finish editing anything on your site, this is very, very important. Whenever you finish editing anything on your site, the last thing that you want to do on that page is click the done and publish button in the upper right hand corner. And once you've done that, the Beaver Builder bar will go away. You'll be able to see your navigation, and everything will be right in the world. You should be able to see all your edits. Now, with that being said, so that the video is not redundant, literally everything is the same on all pages, right? And I don't want to necessarily, what am I trying to say? I don't necessarily want to make this video any longer and more complicated of me just repeating the same thing. So the idea is just that if you notice, the same layout is basically used on all pages. So we have an image in the background, which operates the same exact way as the home page. We've got this text here, which you can just edit. This is a UABB info box with the title, paragraph, and a button. This is the same module as before. This is just an image, same UABB info box. Header text. This is the same exact module from the home page with the same exact information. This is just embed code from Cognito Forms. And then this is the footer area, which I'll show you how to update here shortly. So basically, there's nothing unique about this page for us to necessarily get into Beaver Builder mode. The only thing is just that if you want to edit this page, you'll just want to be on this page and click on Beaver Builder, and that'll load up this page. If we go to equipment loans, same exact layout. The only thing that's different on this page than any other page is that all 6 of these sections are UABB info boxes. We're just not using the button, and there's just a separator. All right, so this is the title, this is the paragraph text, and that's basically it, right? Let's see. And then once again, this is the same as the previous page. HTML code from Cognito Forms, header, and all of this information is the same that we just went over on the home page. If we go to the About Us page, once again, same exact setup. Image in the background, About Us text, UABB module that has the header, paragraph, and the button. And then once again, more familiar things. This here, we're going to go over because we didn't go over how this works. But as you can see, even this section is the same. So let's go ahead and dive into Beaver Builder on this page because I do want to show you that module. All right, so if we click on this wrench icon, you'll see that this says UABB list icons. This is basically just an easy way to get an icon associated with some text. So basically make a bulleted list with different types of bullets, basically. If you click on edit item, it says equipment finance. That's what you see right there. And then if we click on image icon in the sub navigation for the pop-up, that's where you can see we selected that, once again, the arrow icon, right? And all you do is if you want to add another list item, you click add list item, click edit list item, type in your list item, click on save. And as you will see, new item has been added to that list because that's what we just added. If you want to move the list items around, you literally can just drag the 4 arrows, click and drag the arrows. And as you can see, new item is now at the top. And if you want to delete an item, you can click the X button and say OK, and that will remove that item from the list. Real easy, real simple, nothing hard to it. And click on save. From there, we've got, and then once again, all this stuff is the same as well. So everything else within the site is basically the same. From there, we're going to go ahead and click on done and publish. And basically, that is everything here. I'm going to skip over projects, and in all honesty, I'm probably going to do a secondary video to go over how the projects work, because that's a little bit unique in how that's going to work. So the idea there is that what am I trying to say? The idea there is just that you'll want to watch that secondary video to learn how to, I'm clicking on it now, to learn how the projects work. It's very easy, very simple. The way that we have everything set up, it's just that we just want to be sure to show you how to add products and projects, and it's in the easiest way possible. And I think having just its own dedicated video for that would be good. From there, if we click on contact us, here you'll see get in touch here, and then the text, and then for the most part, same image in the background. This is the only image that has a well, no. Yeah, no, this one has just the solid color overlay just to make it easier for this text to read. We've got your application form here, which is just an embed module. And then once again, UABB box, prefix text, header text, and then a little paragraph text below. That's it. Real easy. Once again, real simple, nothing hard to it. From there, let me go ahead and show you how to edit this information below. Let's say you get a new phone number. Let's say you want to change the email or whatever. We want to most definitely show you how to do that. So the way that you do that, first you want to go to the back end of the site. You could just do that by clicking your business name in the upper left-hand corner. After doing that, you then would hover over appearance, scroll down to where it says custom layouts. You want to click there. And after clicking on custom layouts, this is where you see footer. You just want to click on Beaver Builder with the green dot, and that will immediately take you to Beaver Builder mode, right? However, if you click on the page title, which a lot of people do, you'll be introduced to this page, and you just want to click on Launch Beaver Builder. Don't worry about any of the other stuff that's here. Just click on Launch Beaver Builder. After doing that, that'll bring you to Beaver Builder mode, and now you're back to a familiar interface. If you want to edit it, just click it. The image in the background, you can click the wrench icon, scroll down just enough. Here goes the image you can replace. If you want to change any of these modules, you just click the wrench icon, and it's a UABB info box. Headquarters is the first line of text. Orlando is the second. Florida is the third. Real easy, real simple. The icon to the left, if you click on image icon, this is where we've got the pin map icon from right here. If you want to replace it, click on replace. It'll bring up all of these wonderful icons you have access to. And then it'll update accordingly there. With that being said, all three of these operate the same exact way. So if you need to edit any of that information, you can do it right here. Once you finish, you'll click on Done and Publish. And after clicking on Done and Publish, for the most part, you'll just want to click on one of the links in the navigation so that you can actually leave this hidden page. And now you're right back on the home page, and you'll be able to scroll down and see whatever updates you've done. So with all of that being said, you're up, you're running, you're ready to take over the world, start getting some heavy clients and some leads, most definitely. So with that being said, I'm going to end this particular video, right? And after ending this particular video, you'll have a secondary video in two places. One on the back end of your site, and you'll also have another link in your email, and that will specifically go over how to add projects to your website, which is real easy, real simple. But that video specifically show you how to add, and I'll actually add in a demo project as well. Just so that you can kind of see how all of that looks and works out. But nevertheless, I look forward to seeing your business grow in 2020. You take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.